I would say my whole family, I think we have a perfect marriage. I always felt like there was something wrong with me, that whatever, it was my fault. The first year of marriage, from the get-go, suspicion that he was watching pornography or something was off, and it was almost an immediate disconnect from each other. We never talked about it, but I would just be mad. Because when you're married to someone who's constantly hiding things from you, you have major trust issues. So when he would do something that was maybe little, I would just react terribly. So 6 years into the marriage, he got caught having an affair, an emotional affair. So although he never was with her physically, I knew he didn't want me, even emotionally, because he was looking at pornography for the physical and going to her for the emotional. I just felt incredibly alone, like I was never enough, like I must be really different because my marriage is really hard. And my friend posted on Facebook, so I hurried and messaged her. She had been married to someone and he'd had affairs and pornography and divorced. But I told her, and I'd never told anyone. She said, "You've got to come to this conference." They started talking about betrayal trauma, and I immediately felt like this was something I had. It put a name to the emotions, that you have trauma, that you have reason to feel anger and to feel hurt and betrayed. It became Kobe and his addiction instead of Kobe with an addiction. And that's, I feel like, when I just had a huge turning point. He came home from therapy and I was in the middle of just my day, and right here on this couch sat me down and said, "I have to tell you, I had another affair." I went in the bathroom and cried and cried and cried. On the outside, it looks terrible. Why would you stay with someone? I didn't want to give up on him. I didn't want him to just move on and have the same problem with someone else. I wanted to see if we could work it out together. He was willing and I was willing, which is huge. Once I learned about the addiction, I was able to find hope and to move forward and see that there was so much more for me to grow in order to help him. And I just feel like this last year, our 15th year of marriage, we've both grown incredibly. I have love for him like I never had before during the worst time in our marriage. I want other women to know that there are huge groups, that there are places to go to get therapy, to understand it, and that there is hope. The Kobe who married me 16 years ago is different than the Kobe I see today. There have been many times when I believed the problems before us were too big to overcome, too painful to forgive. But I've learned that I love you more than I could have ever imagined, and that together we can move mountains of pain into valleys of trust. I love you.